Okay, hi guys. So today what we're going to try to do is because this website is hosted in SQLite database, and we want to change that and use, as you can see here, our database it's SQLite, which is provided by Django. All we want to do is now change this and use PostgreSQL or PostgreSQL, which will host our database online, which can be viewed or seen from anywhere. However, still our host will be local. We still have a local host, and we'll deploy this to maybe cloud-based host or server later on. But first of all, let's make sure our database is in the Postgre. We first start by let's start by downloading Postgre. Go to PostgreSQL here and then click download. You're downloading it for Windows, you click Windows and the download process will start. We'll just start around here. Download the installer. Okay. Windows, you can download any of this. These are just versions, and you want for Windows, you can download any of this. The download will start here. It's 298 MBs, basically 300 MBs. Let's give it some time for it to download. Okay, now it has completed. I will just execute this. Our recorder probably will not show this, but you just say yes. Our screen recorder will not show this, but you just say yes. Give it some time. Okay. Next. If it's the first time, downloading this and setting it up, it will prompt for a password, and make sure you know the password and you have written it down somewhere, because it's what will be used. Password, as you can see, there's a password here. I'll just write the port is fine, 5432. Just next, don't change anything here. Next, and let it install. I will pause the video again, and I will be back when it completes downloading. Okay, now we are done. Just finish. Okay, so here we'll just have PostgreSQL. Next, this driver. Okay, we'll just do this one, 10.2.1. Next. Okay, next. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, everything is good. Okay, just make sure this is good before we continue. Yeah, it's this one. Just next. Let's just connect real fast. I will let me give it some time. We'll come back when it's done. Okay, then we're done. Let's just skip installation here. Go next. Finish. What now we need to download, there's something else we need to download, which is called pgadmin. Download pgadmin so that we can look and have changes about the Postgre database itself on our specific machine. So this is how it looks. Okay, download it here. We're downloading it there, pgadmin 4, we're doing it for Windows. Okay. Okay, download. Okay, I don't know, it's going around in circles, but okay. Windows. Perfect. So we download none of this, let's just download the latest one. We download this one. It's 161 MBs. Starts downloading. I'll just pause and we'll come back when it has finished downloading. Okay, it's done. Let's install it real quick. Run. I'll just install it for all users because the only user is me. You might not see this, but it's just asking, do you want to allow this app to make changes to your device? I'm just saying yes. Next, I accept this agreement. Next. Install. Just give it a moment to do that real quick. Okay, I think we're done. Perfect. Just finish this. Now we can open the pgadmin. Give it a moment. Okay, this is the password I was talking about that you have to remember. I'll just write the one that I had. I think it was that one. Okay. Maximize this. And now it is open. Okay. Let's go back to this. So what we're going to do now is create a server group. Let's call it student database, all caps, student underscore database. Okay, so let me just give it a good long name. Save this. Okay, sorry, go back here. This one now, double click this, right? Properties. Okay, I've saved this, general, okay. Perfect, I think it's good. Okay. Sorry, let's just open this again, pgadmin. Okay, I will redo this password again. Just give me a moment. Remember, we've created this one. Now we want to create a server inside this. Okay. We've created a server here. You can click this. Okay. Okay, so we need to register as a server. We just call it student in small letters, student server. The connections, host name or address. You just have localhost here. This is good. Then the password, you repeat the password that we had. Then I think that's fine. Let's just I don't think there's anything else we are changing. Let's save this. Now if we go inside here, we can see the server itself. If we open this up, database, you can see a lot of things inside here. Table and table spaces, etc. You can see all this inside here. Okay. There are so many things inside this, and perfect. We've seen things inside here, but now what we need to do is now create a database inside this. So we have our server and we need a database inside this. And let's call the database let's just call the database student database. Let me just add a JED student database. Perfect. Let's go ahead and save this. Okay. Now inside here there is a JED student database. You can see a lot of things inside here. Perfect. And now we have created our database. So if you go to the schema here and open this, you can see a lot of things, functions, and you can see tables here. If you open this, there are no tables. You can see no tables, but since we have not made the complete connection with the database, we need to go connect there, then migrate so that the tables can come here. Okay. Okay, before we proceed to adding our new database to our settings.py, before we proceed to adding it here, there's something we need to do first. Before we proceed to adding it in our database here, there's something we need to do first, and that is install something called Psycho. Let me just call it Psycho PG2. As you can see, PsychoPG is the most popular PostgreSQL database adapter for the Python programming language. It just helps in the adaptation of the PostgreSQL database into the Python programming language. So we'll copy this, and then we'll go to our CMD here. Okay, let me just cancel this, install this. Okay, installed successfully. So after that, what we need to do is we need to make a couple of changes on our settings.py here. So what we need to do is, first of all, change this to PostgreSQL. Then we're going to change this name and the name will be Postgre. Sorry, not Postgre. Let me just leave this empty. We'll have name. Something else that we will have is user, and this is supposed to be caps user colon. Let's just leave this empty. Go to the next one, which is password. Then we'll have also, let's just leave this empty. Perfect, comma. Then we'll go to the next one, which is hosts. We'll call the we'll just also leave this one empty. We'll go and find out where these things are, and then we can have port. Perfect. So when we go back to our Postgre here and we go to our database here, right click this and go to properties. This is where we'll find most of this information. Sorry, not the database. It's the server. Go to the properties of the server. This is where you'll find all the information. Connection. So host is localhost. Port is 5432, which is basically 5432. Username is Postgres. And the name that we have is this AJED student database. So we go back here. When we go back here now, let's just have these names here. The name is AJED underscore student underscore database. The username we've seen is Postgres. The password, I'll just have the password that I gave it. What was the password? AB 422450398. So let me just read that and see it's good. Perfect. The hosts is localhost. And the port is 5432. Okay, so what you need to do now is make these migrations, and because we now have a database, we don't need to make migration, so we'll just do python manage.py migrate. So we want to migrate this information to our new database. Okay, I've not saved this, sorry. Save this. Do that. Perfect. So this information has been migrated to our Postgre, and if we come here and we go to tables, okay, you can see. So we made the migration, then we just go back here a second. Okay. Everything is fine. Okay. So when you go to the tables now, there's no tables. Let me refresh this. Okay. Refresh this. Okay. Now when you look inside here, perfect. We can see our student database. We can see our tables here. If you open this up, look at the columns. You can see gender, enrollment, and blah blah blah, what we had. And we can actually just right click this and view all rows. And now we can see our rows here, the ID that was created by Django, and then we have the program, the gender, enrollment name, phone number, email of completion. There's nothing in this data because now it's a new database and nothing has been stored inside there, but it's working perfectly. Perfect. So the process of adding a new database is very simple. It's just addition of new variables here and these keys. This is basically a Python dictionary which has, these are the keys and these are the values of the keys, and it's just basically adding new arguments here and making sure that they are aligned with what you have. So this is just a database I've created for this, though the password will change. This was just for demonstration purposes, but it looks good. Perfect. And that's just how you attach your Django to a new database. And you can see them have made migrations because now we have a real table there. Okay, thank you very much. I hope this was educative. See you in the next one. Okay, something to notice is that since we have changed our database, when we do Python manage.py server, it's running correctly, and when we come here and then there's the login, when we try to log in, because the database is empty, they are saying there is an incorrect username or password. So what we want to do now is do the create super user process again. So it went Django-admin create super user. It's like you're starting again. Super user, create super user. Sorry. Okay, it's not working. Was it Django? Let me do this first. I've done it here. Django admin. It does not have create question. Oh, it was Python. I think it's Python manage.py. So my Python manage. What's going on? Manage.py. Create super user. Enter. Libingangaruya. Email address, I just have this. Let me just use this one. My microphone is making it a little bit hard for me to type, but let me just move it a little bit. I think it's fine now. Okay, 001@gmail.com. Enter. I'll just do the password. Enter. enter. So I've created the super user. So when you come back here, I think I use the same password. Oh, I need to restart my server again. Perfect, restart this. I'm not sure if I've changed the password. I think I've changed the password. I think I've added something here. Perfect. Update that password, and you can see now we have our now using our Postgre database that is empty. There are no students, but remember we can now go to the admin panel here. To the students, you can import, and that's a step that we really had to take. Okay, perfect. Now we have restarted our created a new super user, and it's working perfectly. Perfect. So very good. I just wanted to add that before we continue. And now we are going to work on adding our database to a cloud-based server. The server will be live, and you can access now this because you can see now it's in our local host. You can now access this through our any website. We want to have a website here where you can access it through any server out there. So because, for example, if you want to view this, you cannot view this because I am using this local server, but I want to have maybe a JED students.com, and then we can access it like that and have because this is empty, no problem, then you can have everything there. So perfect. We'll do that in the next video. Thank you very much for watching.